man, we're a big fan of Rafael Barrientos here at Art of War Cage Fighting. His last fight, he actually fought David Perez, if I remember correctly, and they had an absolute slobber knocker of a fight. Went out there and they were cracking each other with some good shots. And every time we see Rafael Barrientos, he just keeps getting in better and better shape, getting leaner and leaner, dropping weight class after weight class. And it's a very interesting dynamic because of who he's fighting in Bryan Torres coming up, who has also lost an incredible amount of weight, getting ready for, you know, his return to the Art of War Cage as well.
Listen, Bryan Torres lost almost 100 pounds, so I have nothing but happiness and respect for Bryan. He's getting his life together, but all that time he's still training, and especially over at Marquez. You know, he's getting in some hard rounds, so good for him. And like I said, this is going to be a tremendous matchup, and I'm happy for Bryan that he's down to middleweight and probably going even lower.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Now, to approach the cage, please welcome Bryan Torres.
And I mean, man, if you look at, you know, pictures and videos of Bryan Torres fighting and training to fight back in the day, you wouldn't recognize it. You know, it looks like he's lost, from what I read, he lost 80 pounds, which is absolutely incredible. And I mean, like, both these guys, you know, Torres and Barrientos have altered their lives for the better by becoming martial artists and training MMA. So you got to be happy for both these guys, regardless of how the fight goes in the cage. Both these guys are winners, in my opinion, in, you know, developing a healthier lifestyle and becoming. I mean, look at him, he's jacked. Torres looks in phenomenal shape.
Couldn't have said it better, Ryan. And like I said, both of these guys, you know, have used the sport to change their lives, and exactly. I love that. Yeah. I love the stories. I love, you know, the will to work, and you know they both get. That's the way your teammates come in. You've got guys on your team that are helping you, pushing you. You look good. You need that confidence, that building you up, and now going out and testing yourself.
You'll
One better.
See it. And I know that Torres has been wanting to get in the cage for a long time, but I think he wanted to get in the cage when he felt he was ready, but more importantly, when his coaches felt he was ready.
2021 was Bryan's last fight.
Yeah, so he's just been quietly grinding and putting in the work until his coaches gave him the green light, and he looks focused and determined tonight. And I expect nothing but a great fight between these two guys. But I mean, look at him. He looks great. He's got fucking abs and stuff. Pardon my language. He's got abs. He's ripped. And he looks really intense.
He looks like a different person.
This next contest is an amateur bout, and it is set for 3 200 rounds of war. Introducing to you first, out of the blue corner, standing to my right. He comes to us with an 0-2-0 record. He weighed in at 185 pounds. He represents Onyx Combat Sports, and he hails from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. He is Rafael Barrientos. His opponent, out of the red corner, standing to my left. He weighed in at 184 pounds. He comes to us with an 0-3-0 record and represents Semper Fi MMA and Marquez MMA. Hailing from Puerto Rico, he is Bryan Torres. Your referee is Dave Brogan.
All right, Barrientos and Torres.
A measured approach from both guys.
Boy, it is so weird looking at Bryan out there being this small.
He looks laser focused, though. He's firing straight shots down the pipe.
I mean, we've seen him fight 3 times as a heavyweight, and he just looks just a completely different person.
Yeah, looks fast. Using that lead hand, doubling up the jab or throwing the jab hook to set up that right, bouncing in and out. Ooh, nasty leg kick by Barrientos. Ooh, nice overhand by Barrientos.
Be first, Bryan, be first. Be first,
And, you know, it's been, what, a 4-year layoff for Bryan? So, you know, he's probably got a little bit of cage rust here that he's dealing with, and Barrientos has fought relatively recently, so it looks like he's a little more fluid getting his strikes going. It's almost like Bryan Torres is trying to figure out how to move in his new body, because he's, you know, oh! He's figuring it out real quick. Damn. I mean,
he's throwing some heavy hands.
You can tell he brought his power from heavyweight for sure. If he connects on the jaw with one of these, it's going to be interesting. But Barrientos is he's relying on putting in the work on his leg and hoping it's going to pay off. But if Torres connects with this power right hand, it could be a short night. These overhands from Torres are like making me sweat. I'm like, oh my God. If one of these lands, it's like, sheesh.
Oh!
There you go.
Very competitive round one.
So you either give it to the damage and the almost powerful knockout shots of Torres versus the consistency of Rafael Barrientos there with the low kicks and the body work. I wouldn't be surprised if Barrientos stole that round by just simply outworking Torres. It looked like Torres was looking for the perfect shot and came close to landing it a couple times, but Barrientos was just looking to peck and poke and just doing damage consistently.
Let's go, BT. It's not better than you, Bryan. Let's go, kid.
Hey, I told you he's slow. Combination.
Round two.
The tension in the air is so thick, Justin Haskell wants to ask it out on a date.
I couldn't bear to see that.
Oh! Man, they're trading some power shots here.
Don't let him walk in. Put it in his face. Combinaciones.
And Bryan's staying real diligent behind his jab here. And Barrientos are going high and low, attacking the body. So I feel like Barrientos is having a little more of a varied game plan here, attacking the head, the body, the legs, clinching, whereas Bryan is very strong, but it's like he's looking for that one big overhand right, trying to set it up with a jab or two jabs, which are good techniques to use to set it up. It's just that Barrientos looks like he's willing to dip into his bag of tricks more, to fight this more of an MMA fight, if that makes sense. And he's doing a good job of just mushing Torres against the fence, keeping him from doing damage, but Torres has just created the space he needs. And if I were Torres' corner, probably tell him to disengage and look for that overhand again.
Let's not waste energy here. Let's not waste energy here.
And Barrientos is just, it seems like he's trying to, fill the arms up with blood of Torres here to try to slow down the power on his punches, because, I mean, some of his punches were so close to landing and they look super, super powerful. Nothing I would want to get hit with. But right now, it looks like he's a little frustrated because Barrientos has done a really good job of smothering him.
Keep that on the hook. Bryan, two. There you go. Separate. Muévete. Suelta. Tira.
Oh, and a knee to the balls to finish the round. You hate to see it. And again, close round, but not that close of a round, but I thought that Barrientos' cage control won him the round. Although, Torres, when he let his hands go, he looks terrifying. yeah, like you can see the urgency here from Julio telling Torres, hey, you got to get after this. You got to let your hands go. He doesn't want to box with you. And, you know, Rafael has to do the same thing.
Stay in the middle, Bryan. Cut off.
All right, fans, make some noise in the back of the final round.
Man, Torres just looks like a man possessed here.
Finish him, Bryan.
Going into this final round. We'll see what happens in this.
Let it go. Let it go. Crack
He's got to let his strikes go. Oh my God, these overhands he's throwing are so close every time. And Barrientos is chopping that leg up. Torres staying diligent behind the jab, but he might have to go for broke here. He's swinging. He's throwing these. Sheesh. See, that was a nice right hand there by Torres. All of these punches are like inches away from scoring a knockout, or we think. Barrientos with a nice jab, sneaking off center, attacking the legs. He's doing a really good job of staying diligent with his low kicks this entire fight. And Torres, like I said, he's patient, but he's looking for that one perfect shot.
Yeah, he's got to get busier. He's got to get busier.
He landed a nice body kick, though.
You hear his coach yelling at him to throw the hands.
Yeah. And he's pressuring, but he's got to make a lot of work in the next 1 minute. He's got to go big or go home. And Barrientos continues to disrupt his rhythm with kicks. And I think he's kind of figured out the timing on Torres' double jab overhand. But see, now he's switching it up, fading right, hooking left. So Torres is not out of this fight by any means of the imagination, especially because he's attacking the head, attacking the body. But he's got to let his strikes go, and with 30 seconds left, his time is the enemy here. And he pushes Barrientos to the fence, but I think that's doing himself a disservice because he needs to create space here. He's not going to score a finish on the cage unless he creates space and swings. And he's attacking the body here, but he's got to create space. But Barrientos attacking the guillotine and knees, and honestly a well-rounded performance here from both these guys. And it was a good fight, and a lot of mutual respect, and it looks looks intense, but looks like a good fight between two good guys. But yeah, very competitive fight. Dude, is that John Nofer in his corner? Dude, Raf has one of the American Muay Thai legends, John Nofer, in his corner. I didn't recognize him with the hat and glasses, but I mean, like, that explains a lot as to why his kicks look so good. If you don't know who John Nofer is, do your research on Muay Thai in America, and John Nofer he's a very, very, very skilled Muay Thai fighter, and you can tell that the work he's put in with Raf has paid off. But I mean, and man, look at Bryan Torres, man. He looks phenomenal, and I hope that this is the start of a very active career for Bryan Torres. He's done so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for these two great fighters going the distance? In this case, the judges have decided. Judge 1 scored the bout 30-27. Judges 2 and 3 scored the bout 29-28. In favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Bryan Torres! All right, ladies and gentlemen, as Bryan gets his victory photos, right now, if the following fighters would come to the cage: Matt Turnbull, Jay Watson, Liam O'Toole, and Mike Kennedy.